All right, everybody, for the next 30 seconds or so, I'd like you to write down anything that comes into your mind when you hear the word economics, and you can begin now. You have about 5 seconds left. Okay, finish up that last word, and everybody put their pen or pencil down. More than likely, the first word that came to your mind is the word money. Obviously, it weighs heavily on all our minds because it's what we need to get the things we want in our lives. But I'm also pretty sure you might have thought of some graphs that you've seen in the past, and maybe those words supply and demand, and understanding the supply and demand curve. Maybe you thought about economic crises and ways in which, like the last Great Recession, might have affected your lives or your families or the people around you. And we also sometimes think of the word budget, like can we afford what we're going to want in retirement or next week or to get a new car? What I'd like us to start doing or to think about as somebody who will be teaching economics is that economics is really centered around 3 key concepts: scarcity, choice, and cost. And so I'm going to take a couple of minutes and talk about each concept, and then I'm going to ask you in your small groups to generate a list of current events that might be linked to each one of these concepts. So the first one, scarcity, is what it sounds. There's not enough of what we need. In other words, we also need to think not just about material resources, but literally there might not be enough help, human capital, if you will. And also we may not have time is another resource, might not have enough time to do everything that needs to get done. So when you think of the word scarcity, I think this image is very helpful because we want to make sure that we understand that we have limited resources and time to meet virtually unlimited wants and needs. So scarcity, that concept, forces us to ask the question, like, what do we need? Because we can't get everything that we want or need. The second concept is choice. And here the idea is to start thinking about just that we can't do everything we want to. As the quote here from David Allen suggests, it's possible to do anything, but not everything. So we have to make choices about what we're going to do and not do in terms of to satisfy particular needs. It's very hard sometimes to figure out how to get our needs met. So the fundamental question that we ask ourselves when it comes to choice is, how do we get what we need? What choices will we make to get what we need? And the final concept, cost, really has to do with what we give up to get what we need. So here is the concept opportunity cost. So if you decide you want to study so that you can get a better grade, yes, you'll gain a better grade, but you lose the cost of free time. Sometimes the cost not necessarily of something I personally lose, but by making particular choices, other people around me might lose. So here, people are protesting because the choice was made to engage in fracking in their community to lower gas prices. However, it contaminated their water. So the questions we want to ask when it comes to economics is, what do we give up to get what we need, and how do we share the things that we produce or make? So with economics, the issues that sort of drive the study of economics is thinking about the role of government in helping us solve or answer those 3 questions. How do you balance people's private wants and needs versus the public good or the public life, right, of all of us? And what policies do we make so that we can ensure that people, that most of us, or hopefully all of us, can get what we need and that it's fairly distributed? So what I'd like you guys to do for the next about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to call us back, is to work together and try to list at least 3 examples of current events that are linked to one of the 3 key concepts in economics. So an event needs to just be linked to either scarcity, choice, or cost. And then we'll come back together in a couple of minutes. Thank you very much.